Alright, so I'm gonna start some supper, and I figured I would bring you guys with me. I am gonna, in here, I made a box of stovetop, the turkey flavored kind, and it's already in there. I'm gonna use this as my stuffing. Now, since that stuffing is not gluten-free, I took out 2 chicken breasts, and I'm going to do one with the stovetop and one with some mushroom stuff with mushrooms and cheese. So I have my chicken. I've got salt and my pepper, and you can season it up with whatever you want to season it up with. That's totally up to you guys. I probably am just gonna put some salt and pepper in a dish, and I'm gonna heat the oven to, I don't know, 350. Let's just say. Well, I'm gonna heat it to 350. I don't think it needs to be any higher than that. So I'm just gonna use a dish, and I'm probably gonna butter the dish, but I'll do that after. Right now, I'm gonna pound the chicken out. So like I said, I'm gonna cut up some mushrooms and put some. I think I'm gonna saute them up a little bit, soften them up so they're not, you know, completely chewy. Cause I don't even know. I've never made this before. I'm just winging it. I got a craving for like stuffed chicken, so I don't know. Wash up a couple mushrooms and grate some cheese. I think I'll leave the mushrooms. I'm not gonna cook the mushrooms. I'll just cut them up, and I think they'll be in the oven long enough that they'll have time to cook. So I'm gonna go wash these, grate my cheese, butter my casserole dish, and then I'll be back to pound out the chicken. Alright, so I cut up some mushrooms. I cut some big, and then I cut some into like little pieces, and I grated up some cheese. I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to use. Probably more this one, because I'd probably be able to fit a little bit more, but we'll see. So now, and then I also greased the bottom of my pan here, my dish that I'm going to use, with some butter, margarine, actually. I just washed my counter down, so you still see some wet spots. Now I'm going to just lay out one piece of chicken at a time. I'm going to flatten it out. I'm going to sit here and bore you guys with the bacon and all that stuff, but I'm going to go get some parchment paper and lay it down, because I don't have a big enough cutting board. I'm going to pound it so that it's all, the chicken is spread out and thinned out, and then I'm going to put some stuffing in, and I'll bring you guys for that, back for that part. Alright, so I just pounded out flattened it all out, the chicken. So now I'm going to add, you could even, if you had spinach, you could add a little bit of spinach down there. I don't have any spinach leaves, but I have some spinach somewhere. I'm going to go grab my spices, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have some dehydrated spinach. So my dehydrated spinach, I'm just going to sprinkle some of that down. And I really like my celery powder, so I'm going to add a little bit of that. Now I got my stovetop stuffing. I'm just going to give it a mix. Okay, I'm going to leave this spoon here. I'm going to use a different spoon. Just want to make sure that I don't touch the chicken. Well, I think there's going to be too much. But I'm going to push it down. Try to keep it like, you know, somewhat in the center, I guess. Even closer one side. And take this side here and just roll it. And make a smaller. Just roll it, roll it, roll it. I'm just gonna bring this a little bit over, and then I have a little chunk of chicken right here. Just kind of flop that like that. And I'm gonna go wash my hands and grab some toothpicks. Okay, so forget about the toothpicks. I wasn't thinking toothpicks probably won't be very safe in the oven, so unless you have like some kind of skewer or like a metal skewer, but I just pick it up like that. It's kind of like a log, and I set it down in my dish over here. And now I am gonna move on to the next piece of chicken. Just gonna take it out, straight in the garbage. I like to cut the yucky parts off the chicken. It grosses me out, and everybody else in my family, so just get that off of there. And I'll just fry this fatty stuff up, and I'll give that to the stray cat outside. Piece of, I'm gonna go and take all this out of here and get a new piece of parchment paper, because this one is just all shredded to pieces. Alright, so I pounded this little piece of chicken out. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper. I'm not gonna add any salt or anything to this one. A little bit of pepper. And I'm gonna lay down some mushrooms. I'll just put a bunch of stuff and see what fits. We'll cover it with some cheese. Just kind of squish it down. It off with a mushroom. Try to roll this. Doesn't have to be fancy, as long as everything kind of stays inside. And then I'm going to pick it up and gently inside that one. I gotta go get the kids from, oh well, not the kids, I just gotta pick up my son today because my niece is sick, but I'll put this in the oven. I'm gonna probably just put a little bit of, maybe I'll brush some butter on the top. That'll be a good idea. And then I'll just add some, whoops. Just gonna make sure I take enough butter that I don't have to reach back into my container. And I will just brush it with butter. This is no professional cooking show, that is for sure. I'm just bringing you guys along when I make something new for supper, and hopefully it's good. I imagine it will be. I want to kind of keep this one here close to, I know it doesn't look really appetizing right now, but I guarantee it probably will be. I just want to keep it close to the edge and to this as possible, just it's kind of open down there, and I don't want things to, I don't want the yumminess to seep out. Right. So now I'm just going to add, a little bit of salt to mine. Add some pepper to both of them. Definitely some parsley. Now this parsley, I had originally got at the dollar store, but the parsley that is inside it was our parsley from the summer. I just am using the container. Top it up with some parsley. And here you could do whatever you want, absolutely whatever you wanted. A little bit of dehydrated cilantro. This is all stuff I've dehydrated myself. I'm gonna have to take a bit of a break dehydrating because my dehydrator was just really crappy and the trays kept breaking, and I wrote to the company, they sent me some trays, but then the trays ended up doing the same thing a couple months later, so I don't know. I'll have to just wait until I save up to get myself a new dehydrator. Alright, so I've got some spices going on. There you go. I am going to get that into the oven. I got my oven on 350. I don't know if I should cover that. Just going to leave it. Put it in there like that. Alright, I will... I gotta go get the kids in about a half an hour, so I'll check back in a half an hour to see what it looks like, and I'll be able to judge roughly how long it'll need to cook. So by the end of the video, I'll have all my stuff together, and I'll be able to tell you how long it took to cook and all that stuff. So I'll be back. Alright, so I gotta get ready and go get the kid, Riley soon, but here is the chicken. It's cooking nicely. Jay's gonna keep an eye on it while I leave, and hopefully it'll be ready when we get home and really, really tasty. And then I just peeled some potatoes in the meantime, and I've got some corn back there. So it's still cooking at 350. I'm gonna say probably another half an hour. Been going for about 25 minutes now, so I'd say another half an hour. Maybe not quite a half an hour, but we'll see. Alright, so I just took them out of the oven. That's what they look like. I'm gonna cut them and hopefully you guys will get to see what they look like. Just hang on back up for a second.
Becky?
Just,
Look at the camera.
I was gonna cut it. Did you go get your chair and all that stuff ready? I'm gonna start by cutting this one here with the stuffing. And that is cooked.
This one don't have anything.
Okay, no, one. Not
These
both. Not both of them. No. Go and take it from him. He's not getting both of them. That's it. That's all. And I'm cutting this one here with the cheese. This is real life drama that I get to deal with at supper time all the time, so you guys get to see it firsthand. That is the mushroom and cheese one. That looks really, really good. So that is dinner tonight. I'm going to go get that plated up. Potatoes are done. Corn should be done. So I'm going to go I'm going to go get that plated up and I'll show you what the plate looks like. And there you go. There's supper. I like to put, when I have corn or broccoli or things like that, veggies that I had to boil in water, I like to put them in little dishes like that just because I find it doesn't matter how much you strain them, and then once you get the butter in there, there's always liquid in the bottom, and then instead of it, you know, dripping and making us potatoes and everything soggy, I usually just put it in a little bowl. And then he's got, I gave him a piece of the chicken with the mushrooms and cheese because he doesn't really like stuffing that much. And then he's got his potatoes. And then I'm going to give him a nice glass of, I'm going to give him a nice glass of milk with that. He was going to have a hot chocolate, but since he wasn't listening 2 minutes ago, he's going to have milk. It's very hot. Be careful. Blow on them. And this, your chicken is stuffed with mushrooms and cheese. It's going to be delicious. High five? Right on.
Down low. Too slow.
Alright, he's going to go have supper, and I'm going to get ours ready.